Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in LG Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In Image Processing subject for IC branch, unit number 3, Filtering in Frequency Domain. So today's topic we are discuss about image sharpening. So in previous session we discussed about image smoothing. So when we talking about a filter, then we have two techniques for removing the noise: image smoothing and image sharpening. When we talking about image smoothing, so in this topic we are discuss about a low pass filter, and we try to work on the low pass content. And when we work on image sharpening, then we discuss about image high frequency content, or we discuss about the high frequency data. So first of all, when we talking about image sharpening, then we consider a high pass content and we are dealing with the high frequency content. So now what is image sharpening? So sharpening of an image in frequency domain can be achieved by high pass filtering process, in which attenuates means suppress a low frequency component without disturbing high frequency information in Fourier transform of the image. So when we talking about image sharpening, then we are dealing with a high frequency content and we try to remove a low frequency content as much as possible. So we are dealing with a high frequency data, and that particular data can work as an edges, and we are getting a better outcome as compared to a low frequency content. Now image sharpening. So as I told you, we have to discuss about the high pass content or high frequency content. So the high pass filters is HHP is often represented by its relationship with the low pass filter, that we already seen in previous session, that we are considering the high pass filter, then we definitely removing a low frequency content. So as you can see, H of HP U comma V is equal to 1 minus H LP U comma V, and U and V is represent basically row and column operation, and 1 minus H LP that represent the low frequency content. So we can easily identify the high pass content from the low pass data. So as you can see, the ideal high pass filter. Similarly, in image smoothing, we are talking about ideal low pass filter, Butterworth low pass filter, and Gaussian low pass filter. Similarly, in image sharpening, we have to deal with ideal high pass filter, ideal low pass filter, and ideal high pass filter, Butterworth filter, and similarly Gaussian high pass filter. So we have to deal with this type of content when we are dealing with a frequency based concept. So ideal high pass filter simply cuts off all the low frequency lower than the specific cutoff frequency. So the filter transfer function is given as H of U comma V 0 and 1 if du comma V is less than equal to d0, and if d of u comma V is greater than d0. So if it is greater than d0, then we are talking about 1, and if it is less than equal to d0, then we are talking about 0. Similarly, the Butterworth high pass filter, so the transfer function of Butterworth high pass filter of order n with a specific cutoff frequency is given by H of u comma V is equal to 1 minus e raised to d square u comma V divided by 2d0. It represents the distance between the content, and u and V is represent a specific component for a data. Similarly, for the Gaussian high pass filter, the transfer function of the Gaussian high pass filter with cutoff frequency locus at distance d0 to d for a origin. So it's H of u comma V is equal to 1 upon 1 plus d0 divided by duv into 2 raised to the power of 2n. So in the above formula, the d0 is a cutoff frequency as we identify the specific limits and specific non-negative number. So d of u comma V is the distance from a point u comma V to the center of the filter. So we can easily identify some meaningful content when we are talking about some specific limits or some specific content. Now I hope that you really get the idea about what exactly high pass filter is, and you have also getting some information that how actually high pass filter is work as a image sharpening based concept. Now another filter we have to discuss in this particular chapter, that it is a homomorphic filter. Now what is homomorphic filter? That question arises in our mind. That homomorphic filter is sometimes used for image enhancement. So it is generally used to remove specific content from a image. So it is generally used to try to improve the quality of image. It simultaneously normalize the brightness across an image and increase the contrast. So when we're talking about specific increase the contrast of the data, or try to remove the frequency of the content, or increase the data rate, so homomorphic filter is generally used to remove the multiplicate noise. So this filter is also used to remove the different types of noises from the image. Like we're talking about the illumination and reflections are not separable. As you can also see, when you're talking about the illumination, means it is the light, and the reflection of light is also not separable, but their approximate location in the frequency domain may be located. Yeah, definitely. So as we already told you in chapter number 2, there are the two types of domain, frequency domain and spatial domain. When we're talking about a specific frequency domain, then we can identify the location of the data, and also we can fetch a specific content from the data. So it is very useful when we are dealing with a high frequency content. And with help of the frequency domain, you can identify the specific location where your actual data is located or mounted, or you can fetch the information. Since illuminations and reflection combine multiplicatively, the components are made additive by taking the logarithm of the image intensity, so that this multiplicative component of the image can be separated linearly in frequency domain. So sometimes if you want to remove the shadow portion from the image, or removing the dark portion from the image, or removing some unnecessary content from the image, so this method is very useful when we want to remove or reflection data from the image. So basically this filter is much more popular when we talking about images that it is mounted in real life, or it is available in specifically in sunlight area. So this filter is very popular in this particular domain. Illumination variations can be through of a multiplicative noise and can be reduced by filtering in log domain. So basically when we're talking about the filters that we have, then we have to deal with the logarithm domain, because see, the content of noise can be minimized when we convert the data into the logarithm format, and also we can try to reduce it as much as possible. So this filter is very much popular when we are dealing with a high frequency content, then we are dealing with the real time data, and it can be captured in the sunlight and high illumination. As you can see the equation of homomorphic filter, that you can see the homomorphic filter can be used for improving the appearance of a gray scale image by simultaneously intensity range compressions and contrast enhancement reflection. So with help of this particular filter, we try to improve the quality of image. Definitely we can improve the intensity level, and we also try to improve the contrast level. But for that we have to work on specific content, like we have an image, we have an illumination factor, we have a reflection content. So with the combination of particular illumination and reflection, we are getting a better outcome. And for receiving a better outcome, definitely we have to deal with the homomorphic filter, and this homomorphic filter can be achieved better results as compared to the grayscale. As we apply the logarithm format, after apply the Fourier transform on particular data on the reflection of the content, illumination factor, final outcome, and as you can see U and V is written the row and column. Same way here X and Y is also represent the real and imaginary part, or we can say that it's represent your specific content in terms of rows and columns. So next, applying the high pass filter to the noise to to make the illumination of the image more even, the high frequency component and increase and low frequency component are decreased. So as you can see, if you increase the high frequency component, so simultaneously your low frequency component is decreased gradually, and you can definitely get a much more better result as compared to a simple filter which is exist. So n of u comma v is equal to h of u comma v into m of u comma v. So definitely with increasing the high frequency content, your low frequency content is reduced gradually, and you are getting the better result as compared to the other filters. So as we can see, as per this particular equation, h is equal to a high pass filter and n is equal to filter image in frequency domain, and after that we apply the inverse transformation to extract your meaningful content get back. So n of x comma y is equal to inverse of f of n u comma v. So finally with this exponential function we reduce the different types of low frequency content which is available in image, and with help of this particular method we try to improve the quality of data, we try to improve the quality of image, we try to improve the sharpness content, we try to improve our gray frequency content as maximum as possible. So you are getting your new image or your filter image after applying the exponential functions on data, and we try to improve the quality of image. So as you can see, if you applying the normal content, like if you have original image this one, so you can see the high pass filter, your image for homomorphic filter is look like that, but for getting the better result we have to apply the homomorphic filter, and your homomorphic filter, as you can see, it give you a better result as compared to this particular two filters. So as you can see, your sharpness, your boundaries, your regions, your areas, your corner portion is give a better result as compared to a specific low pass content. So you are getting the better result as compared to a other type of filter. So as you can see easily from here, you can see your dark image, it look like a brighter, and you can also see the sharp edges. Now after that the high pass filter and homomorphic filter and high pass only filter. So you are getting definitely the better results in this particular image. As you can see from the your vision point of view or from the graphical point of view, you can easily prove it. This particular images look better as compared to other images. So according to this figure 1 to 4, we can see that the homomorphic filter is used to correct the non-uniform illuminations in image, and image became much more clear than the original image. So it definitely, this sentence is proven. As you can see from this image, your image is much more brighter and your data will be look much more brighter, and your content is much more easily it's look much more clearly as compared to original image. So on the other hand, if we apply the high pass filter to the homomorphic filter content, the edges of the image became sharper. So as you can see, the image of that became much more sharper. There you are getting the much more clear edges, and you are getting the idea that where exactly the content is completed and it is connected with some other objects or not. So you can easily identify with this type of the content. So I hope that you really like this session, and if you have an idea about what exactly image smoothing is, image sharpening is, and you can use a different types of filters. See, as per your applications, that you can choose image smoothing filter or image sharpening filter, but make sure that when we're talking about image smoothing, then we have to consider the low pass filter. When you're talking about image sharpening, that we have to consider the image high pass filter. And also make sure that when you're talking about these two methods, we have to also consider the homomorphic filter, and this homomorphic filter is play a main role when you have to capture the content from the illumination part and from the sunlight, and you try to remove the content from images in terms of the shadow or reflection portion. So this method is very useful for removing the data or removing the noise from filter frequency domain. So I hope you like this session, and if you have any doubts, so you can contact me. So thank you very much for this video.